doesn't look. Oh, there we go. Right, good morning. How are we doing? I'll give it, yeah, like giving it a minute or so for some people to join up, and then we'll start the stream. How's everyone doing though? Everyone okay? Seen Mick as shilling ST ST Microelectronics. I mean, it's pretty good. No, yeah, 8% bounce yesterday. Let's have a look. We're going to take a look at obviously, I mean, BTC is pretty weak right now. We'll discuss BTC for those that are not in the Discord and maybe don't know my plan. And if you are not in the Discord, obviously it's a great place to be. Trading or not, the community there is great, and stock section is popping at the moment, so that's great. And also prediction market sector is doing good. Groups thriving, you know, outside of crypto. Obviously, in my opinion, like I've personally been sort of struggling with crypto, and I know I'm not the only one. Recently, over the past few weeks, I've been looking at stocks a lot more and becoming familiar with stocks and trading stocks, and now feeling pretty confident in trading stocks. So going to be pushing some more content on the side of things towards stocks over the next couple of months, and also and trades as well. So they've been respecting my system like way more. Stocks have been they're so consistent and respectful to the way I trade, and took me a while to move over and sort of like pivot into that area, but it's been a long time coming, really. So let's talk about BTC. You know, for me, BTC, I still enjoy trading BTC despite this slowness we have seen over the past couple of weeks. 1 second, I'm going to sneeze. That's me. Yeah, so obviously we've seen a little bit of slowness from BTC ever since we sort of retested 76k. This recent drive up has been really slow, and for the most part we've been ranging for over a week now, and sort of like struggling below this 81,800 region, which is our 2024 value or high. So you know, the 2024 value row high is a really big level, right? It's an area of significance for us. Obviously, we know 2024, for the most part, you know, we were ranging, and we can see how that 2024 value row high capped price, right? And then, you know, back in our low in March and April of 2025, the 2024 value high acted as a really nice support area. Again, here on our wick back in December support. So obviously now we're retesting this 2024 value high. So a really big level of significance, and a difficult one to say the least. So that's why we are slowing up here, and we are seeing some difficulty because, you know, outside of values, we can just tell that this is a big level, right? We can tell that this is a resistance. You know, I've got this mapped out here, just like simple market structure tells us, right, that this is a resistance area for BTC, and we're seeing something very similar right now, where we're, you know, we form a support, we bounce into this support and we reject, right? And like we form a support, we bounce into this support and we reject, right? And we're seeing as a very similar thing here, right? And this one is a huge support area. So, you know, right now we are bouncing into this area, and I do think that like anywhere from 81 all the way to 88 is going to be a really good opportunity to get swing short on BTC. The opposed case is that if we do reclaim 85, 88k, you know, at that point, you really have to side with the scenario that we're going to go to all-time high and 100k plus this year, in my opinion. So right now, I don't actually have anything that like gives me a good short trigger. I need a little bit higher to get short, and whether that means I don't get filled, that's absolutely fine. But I'm looking for shorts anywhere upwards of 85 to 88k. And to go up there, we need to see a break above this 81.5 region. So we need to see a break above this 2024 value area high, and there's a good chance we could trade to the 2025 value area low, which again, big significant level for BTC. So it's no surprise we're like starting to slow up here, and this range and this region here between 81.5 and 88k is really important, and it's going to be a difficult one, as much as that. Hi, Yo-Yo. Good morning. So, yeah, I mean, last week I had some really nice sell signals on alts, especially meme coins. Like I had some really nice sell signals on Pepe. Like this was a really nice sell signal into the prior quarterly VWAP on Pepe. Down 12%, and Fartcoin as well, similar sort of setup into the prior quarterly view up, and had some really nice sell signals that sold off 15%. But I didn't get into them because I'm mostly waiting for this region. I'm basically trying to time and sync up in like a 85 to 88k retest on BTC to get short. So for now, like the trend is intact, right? There's no reason to say we can't go 85k. So I am looking for longs this week. Yesterday, my area got front run a little bit. I was looking for a long into this weekly, prior weekly value area low, and also the developing weekly 2.5 to 3 standard deviation. But I didn't get a sweep, so I'm still waiting for this area. In fact, I should probably set some alerts down here. I'm still waiting for this area. The like absolute ideal entry for a long right now would be around here into 77k, with an invalidation sort of probably under 75, with a target of 85k, and even as high as sort of 88k. This is the ideal sort of entry right now we'd be looking for on BTC. But I'm unsure whether we get a sweep of that low. Something very similar to what we've done throughout this quarter. We could see how this is the developing quarterly value area high I've marked out here. And we sort of like come down, retest, deviated time and time again. You know, I'm looking for something similar where we can trade into 85 to 88k and then get short. But outside of that, I don't have too much to comment on crypto right now. I've been predominantly looking at stocks most days, which has been pretty nice actually. I've been enjoying it. So we'll take a look at some stocks today, because pre-markets are doing really well. But to comment on ETH quickly, this looks like booked. I've been saying it time and time again. Like, I believe that this would have been bleeding out back down to 2K unless BTC. The fact that it hasn't is because BTC is holding so well. If ETH gets a spike into here and we get a nice sort of like over/under setup on it, I'm interested in a short. But other than that, I really don't care about this coin anymore. It's a pain in the ass to trade. You spend 4 weeks holding a short and then it will just like stop, like dump, and then stop your break even. Like, it's just a pain in the ass to trade. So I'm basically boycotting ETH really for the foreseeable future, but it's just doing the same thing time and time again. Like, if you look at, so like ETH is still trading 33% off the January high. BTC is down 18%. Something really interesting is when you look at Bitmine's stock, this is trading 37% off the January high. Meanwhile, you have MicroStrategy, which is since yesterday trading around the January high. So, I mean, MicroStrategy, in fact, that was quite a nice top into it yesterday. I'm not going to lie. It wouldn't be a bad place for MicroStrategy to start calling off here. Got like a bit of a 3 drive. Yeah. With divergence as well. After sweeping that January high. Also into the 2.5 to 3. It's on the 4-hour. Daily. That's a weekly. Weekly is a little bit overextended. But definitely push up a little bit more, but yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on MicroStrategy here. That was, yeah, like I said, that was actually a really nice top for it on Monday. I missed that. Junior, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's take a look at some stocks. So yesterday I was pretty adamant that the S&P was going to trade into 7,300, like 73.30s. But in fact, my strong buy signal was actually a really nice buy yesterday on this. And this is something I'm starting to learn, the difference in this system to trading with like crypto is that often I'm just learning to respect my system a lot more, because in crypto, often when I get like buy signals, like even if I get like a buy signal here, often BTC, for example, will go in to do maybe like a bit of a 3 drive or a divergence, almost a form of divergence, even following like a buy signal here. It would then go to maybe do a buy signal here and buy signal here, and it would form 3. But what I've started to notice on like the S&P, for example, and other stocks is that often it doesn't like really bleed out like that too many times. It did here, I guess, but even in this occasion, like it sort of formed a buy signal and then eventually bottomed. And then here, you can see a buy signal and bottom, but like they work really consistently at like when there is a buy signal flagged up, they almost always bounce on that buy signal. And that's something I'm starting to learn, because what I was essentially looking for was this on the S&P yesterday. Here you can see we have the prior weekly value or high, prior weekly VWAP, prior weekly value or low, right? Wow. VWAP. and the value area high. So essentially, we had lost the value area high, prior weekly value area high, and I was looking for a move to the prior weekly VWAP, and I was kind of adamant that the S&P would do something like this, and then I would get filled, and I would target here and here. But yeah, the buy signal just led to a bounce. So this is something I'm starting to learn, because yesterday I had some really nice buy signals on things that I was watching. For example, Galaxy. Oh no, it was Mara. Yeah. So this Mara is a mining company, a Bitcoin mining company. So I'm actually looking into like a lot of buys on mining companies at the moment, especially ones that are pivoting to data and AI infrastructure and things. I think there's a strong narrative for these mining companies right now. But yeah, we can see it basically form the buy signal into the prior weekly value area low, and it's given a really nice bounce. So and Nvidia as well. This unfortunately did not form a buy signal for me, but this is setting up quite nicely for a short, and that's something I haven't tried so much on stocks is shorting them just yet. I often think that longing stocks is seems like a much easier choice than trying to short these moves. Doesn't mean you can't short them, obviously, but the buy side of things works way more than the sell side of things. But yeah, this is up. Which is up pre-market. Doesn't show, but like yeah, 2.2% pre-market. Yeah, I've got some really strong buy signals coming in for the Nvidia on the weekly, which is pretty rare. We can see there's a couple occasions where these buy signals are coming before, and we were pretty close to a cool off. In that case, it was a 20% pull off, a cool off. In this case, 15%, and then back in November 2021, this was in fact the start of a big 20% move down. Here, another time we had strong weekly sell signals, 40% call off, and then again here, a 60% call off. So historically, my strong weekly sell signals have been a good indication of maybe when the market is heavily overextended, especially in like tech stocks. And you could say that Nvidia is obviously quite overextended up here. Like the weekly, pretty overextended on the Z source. So it's definitely something I am paying close attention to here, and I'm watching essentially for a trigger on the lower time frame of VWAPs to get short, whether that be the weekly, the quarterly VWAP, or the monthly VWAP. I think if we get a sell signal on the quarterly VWAP, this is going to be a really nice short. Like I said, we could be looking at probably a 15% pullback on 15 to 20% pullback on Nvidia. So maybe targeting, back towards the developing yearly VWAP and even the prior yearly value or high on Nvidia. So this is something I'm watching for it. The only thing from an outsider's perspective and from like a crypto trader's perspective, like it really does seem like in most cases stocks do just grind up and up and up. But obviously that is not always the case. Market will always rebalance. No matter what coin you have, it will always rebalance. Unless it is SanDisk, which clearly loves to just go up only. Yeah, this coin is crazy. Or stock. I was saying this in Discord this morning. I need to stop calling them coins. Such a crypto bro. This would be a pretty good one to watch for like continuations. Actually, Dave, are you here? Is Dave here? He sent me some agricultural stocks to look at, so I'm gonna take a look at them. And of course, if you are in the chat and you want any chart requests, feel free to send them in the chat, and we can get around to looking at them at some point. I don't think Dave's here today. All right, what were these stocks Dave was shilling me today? The fertilizer stocks, what were they? Oh, he sent me. Okay, so he has. Sent me data stocks and also sent me fertilizer stocks, which he believes are going to be bullish based on oil shortages and things. Okay, let's make a new list. It's just stocks organized. Yeah. Oh. So we have you. What's the others back? CMTX. I don't know if that's right though. I'll have to get. Might not be the correct ticker. A-Lab, MRVL. MCHP. I already have this. It's in the semiconductors one. That's good to know. RMBS. BDC. And disk. Sleep. CMO. STX. What one is this? STX therapeutics. I think it's that one, the Seagate. Yeah. And, WDC. No, I already have that one. Samsung. Did I add Samsung? No. Memory. All right, let's take a look at these. Seeing as Dave was shilling them. When are back to trading spices like the good old spices? You mean spikes or spices? I don't remember ever trading spices. Oh, hi Dave. I just added your list of memory stocks. So we'll take a look at these and then we'll take a look through the agriculture ones as well. Section. We'll call it power. Got energy, we got memory, we got data. Right. Samsung. I mean, yeah, some of these tech stocks have been doing crazy work. How much is Samsung out year to date? 30%. This is really like I posted a tweet about this the other day, but you know, there is like there's no catalyst for a lot of crypto coins. Like think about the amount of crypto projects, right? And the amount of crypto projects are just like they're like, and the coins are just dying, right? Like the projects are dying. Like when you got SanDisk, like a highly liquid stock doing, you know, since the yearly open is done a 600% move, like nobody is coming to crypto to buy your like shit coins anymore, you know, like these are liquid shit coins that half the time are being fucking cornered and scammed and like targeted. Like nobody can like these big guys can't get size on these coins anymore, like, you know, like there like really has to be like some catalyst for crypto. So like outside of Bitcoin, when I talk about crypto, I'm talking like the general like altcoin market is just completely cooked. You got like these big tech coins that have been like performing really well, and people can get size in on them as well, you know. Like why is my bot just had a spaz attack? Real world economics are the narrative. Yeah. They also just like trade so much nicer. Like for upside, like for continuation and stuff, they just trade so much. All right, Samsung. I mean, Samsung is definitely in a difficult spot here. This is, if this was a, see, I'm not like, I haven't really shorted stocks yet, but I would much rather buy these bounces, you know, when I get my buy signals. Like even though this is like pretty overextended up here, like the weekly, I mean, but look at the inefficient sell signals I get. Like when something starts to do this on my sell signals, I often don't even try. Like even now when I get something fresh, we haven't had one for a couple months. I still wouldn't try and short this. If anything, I'd be much more inclined to, if we did pull back, I'd be much more inclined to try and buy that pullback and bid that bounce. Really, so. Same for Dell. A lot of these had some pretty nice bounces off the low yesterday. Is the right, even the right Samsung? I think it's wrong. But... Seagate was a pretty nice bounce yesterday. It's a prior weekly view up, 8% bounce. Samsung had news. Let me have a look. Samsung Electronics and its union failed to reach a pay deal, raising the risk of a strike that could disrupt chip production. South Korea's plans to call for more dialogue as authorities want. When was that? That was today. This morning. It's nice seeing more TradFi products futures instead of shit ones, even though the high funding is good. Yeah, see, that seems like the issue with a lot of these like future pairs on Hyperliquid and stuff. Like the funding is insane, but I've just been like trading on IG, like set up an IG account recently, and like mostly only really been like buying. I've been buying some stuff on like Trading 212 for like long-term, just long-term buys, like hold for a while. Yeah, I saw the amount of pairings that Hyperliquid had, and potentially we'll get on there as well. But yeah, you just got to watch out for that funding, I guess. Okay, we're looking at Seagate. Like these coins have just been up only since the yearly open. It's crazy. 30%, 140%. Like buying my like buy signals has been free money on a lot of these. Had some sell signals coming on gold. An ETH BTC buy divergence. Yeah, won't be touching that. You must think I'm fried. Yeah, WDC 7% bounce. Yeah, a lot of these bounce pretty nice. Yeah, these sort of intra-week pullbacks of kind of free money, really, I guess, on these memory coins. Marvel, this. I mean, I don't know if we would get it this week because, I mean, it's potential. Pre-market's up 3%, but this looks like quite a nice place to be a buyer. 156. Got the prior monthly value area high. We get a nice buy signal into like mid 150s. This could be a good place to try a bounce on it. What's a higher time frame look? Yeah, these coins are just like making all-time high after all-time high. The weekly's pretty mad though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green weekly candles in a row. IDS, welcome to the stream, bro. Hope all has been well. Yeah, thanks. I had a couple fill-ins this morning, so my mouth has just about come around. I'm actually going to set some alerts down here for that. I quite like this for Marvel. Sweep under here. Try a little bounce if I get a nice buy signal. Aster Labs. This looks pretty good as well. Holding above the prior yearly value very high. Very nice buy signal again yesterday, 8% bounce. Back within the developing quarterly value, which is a little bit questionable. Want to see it push above there really, but it's holding the prior monthly value area high. Isn't bad. Yeah, MU's bounced really nice as well, Dave. Pretty good, nice long 15% from yesterday. I didn't get my riot entry yesterday. It almost gave me a buy signal, but it didn't. But this is looking super aggressive right now. It's trading above the yearly 2.5 to 3 standard deviation. So it's like super overextended right now, but if it really locks in this breakout, it's gonna move massively. I need to keep a close eye on it. CM. What is this? Have I got the wrong pairing? This is OTC. Probably the wrong pairing. All right, last one is MU, which we already just discussed. Out of these right now, I think the Marvel is probably one of the best looking ones that we could potentially get an entry on. But everything else is on the intra-week side of things has already bounced a bit, so we'll probably have to hold off trying anything fresh on any of these memory coins for me for now. Dell had a pretty nice retest. Oh, and there was this MCHP. This was a memory as well. Yeah, again, had some pretty nice buy signals. Yeah. $91s, yeah, $91s is a good long for microchip. Get a little sweep into $91s. Like anything's like low 90 to sub 90. That'd look good. Okay, let's take a look at his agriculture shills now. Are they? Oh, his fertilizer tickers. I think this was, yeah, so he's moving nicely. Nodi shielded me this. See. Corteva, why does Corteva ring? I'll just say agriculture. I'll put this in here with it. Ooh, this is actually a nice buy scene. Nice. Almost a good opportunity to buy. Like the weekly, get a little bit lower on the weekly Z score. That could be nice. Yarra International ICL Group CVR partners. You're also looking at. Cool. I will add them. Sec. They are working. NTR looks okay. Nothing crazy just yet. I guess these are more, you're buying these more out of macroeconomic side of things rather than like TA, right? I guess it's always nice to have a bit of a TA aspect for it, like potentially see how much upside it has and how much it could get capped. Yeah. This also looks pretty good. This has good breakout potential. Like, oh, like just simple, like simple flip, right? Ideally, you want to see it break out here above 130s. Big level, but yeah, if it breaks out above 130s, this is go large. Yeah, I like this. CF Industries. Flip 130s and we've probably got ourselves a breakout into 150s, 160s. Be nice. 22%. BTC honestly looks like it's going to go for the lows, yesterday's lows again, which would be good because I still want to try and get filled on a long. Under there, that'd be nice. I like this, Dave. We could potentially try a little breakout on this CF Industries. Start to flip above here, like it's got decent upside. Like you got your classic meme line breakout. Yeah, I mean, this is probably going to do something similar to this, really. You can see how we start to break above the yearly value or high, quarterly value or high. This looks pretty good as well. IPI, $60. More than possible. IPI. 44, little sweep into 44 could be a nice long today on this. Obviously got some sell signals coming in on the quarterly, which is it's not ideal. really, but wait for a little pullback and then look for some continuation. Supply chain economics is very casual. Things move like dominoes. Interesting. You see, that's the only thing I will struggle with if like I start to move to more stock-based things, is like my like idea towards economics is pretty subpar. Like I don't really follow the news much outside of like Twitter and things. I don't really I try and keep up to date with what's happening in the world, but not so much. Like if anything, I'd probably need to start following some better news sources on Twitter for things that are happening, right? Because if you look at like Arash, for example, in the Discord, he basically like, you know, like he says he basically doesn't trade stocks like by looking at prices. You know, he can basically trade off what's happening around the world, which is, you know, obvious. A lot of people do that, but for him, it seems like it works. His channel was actually be pretty good to keep on tabs. So if you are in the Discord, Arash has a channel. Where is it? Somewhere. Where's his channel? He did have a channel. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, there we go. It's in the off-topic page. Yeah. Yeah, his channel will probably be pretty good to keep up to date with. He used to spend so much time in the autoplay channel, and then he just he just found his calling. SMG, that was some pretty nice buys on the quarterly. VWAP at the start of the month, 11% bounce. I mean, from here, you could start looking at picking up some SMG sub 56, really. Like if you got 56, sub 56 on SMG, start looking like a good place to be a buyer. I'll set some alerts down there. Look at the chat. What chat? As in this chat? Yeah, I clicked your link. I did click it. Checked. I'm only on one screen. I enjoy being on one screen nowadays. It's clean. All right. What else we got today? See what we can probably trade on the open. still my NXPI. How's my buys on this are doing nicely. I bought back in March. 50% up on my NXPI buys. Bought into this low here. So this is a similar sort of setup that I was just discussing would be good on the SMG. You get like a nice move down into the prior yearly value area low, and then you also got the developing yearly 2.5 to 3 standard deviation, very similar to this SMG setup that I was just discussing down here. Basically buy into anything sub 56. That would be really nice for it. Owen had a really nice buy on this yesterday. Unfortunately, again, but 8% bounce. Got the hungry hiccups. What time is it? Been on an hour. Yeah, Nvidia really fumbled this long yesterday. Was waiting for a 215 sweep. I saw this, but it didn't get that like a buy signal. So I didn't take it, and like, I mean, I can't be annoyed at myself, but I was looking for a little bit of a move lower. I had buy signals on the 15, I think. Yeah, 15 minute. But like, system doesn't really work like that. Well, it does, but I tend to favor the 30 minute or the 5 minute. I mean, it works pretty well. Yeah, had some nice buys on AMD as well. Set up. AMD, you could probably try long into 400 on AMD if this rolls today. Sure, very unlikely. But if this does roll today, I would look for 400. Nice hold number, and also good spot to buy. Developing monthly VWAP, quarterly value are high. They're all pretty nice. So, still typing chat. Online comms is so 20th century. Yep. Lost where I was. Yeah, I mean, kind of the main trade I'm looking at right now is on Nvidia as a short into 230s. If we can get a pop into 230s today, I'm very inclined to look for a short. I believe the S&P is quite close to like a cool off, and that cool off will lead to some really nice opportunities to pick up some of these tech stocks, like semiconductors and things like that. So I'm basically holding out for that really, to buy you know, mid to long term side of things on some of these coins. In the meantime, I'm just looking at sort of like day trading them, but obviously pre-market right now. And we kind of had that intra-week dip yesterday, so outside of like, oh, we're actually getting this pullback right now on BTC. Outside of stocks, yeah, this is kind of the main thing I'm looking for on BTC is a move into sub 80k to try and get long on a bounce if I get a nice trigger. 77k is the like optimal place to be a buyer. Overall, yeah, this level for BTC is really difficult. This 2024 value arrow high, obviously just simple market structure. This is like likely to be a bearish retest, right? Until we are proven otherwise, until we get that move above. So I know what I'm looking for here. You know that Jensen is in China. With Trump, maybe China's opening back up to Nvidia. That would be pretty mad. And in that case, I would not short. Main stock right now is like this riot. Like I'm really thinking the riot can do something ridiculous. It's just really hard systematically to buy up here. But at some point, I guess you have to take fundamentals out of it. And just look at it from not fundamentals, technical analysis out of it, and just look at it from like a fundamental standpoint and like a real world impact standpoint, right? Like, so might have to bite the bullet and just do like some sort of aggressive buy up here, right? Like if we bought Riot, like it would be very relatively simple with the fact that we would buy here with an invalidation back under sort of $20 and a target of 37 and even as high as like 70, something like this. And obviously, like past two occasions we had this move, like this was 2017 bull market on crypto, and this was 2021 bull market. So, you know, I'm not necessarily saying that we have to have a bull market to have this, but probably needs a decent catalyst, which we're starting to get with that partnership with AMD. Like realistically, we should see a catalyst like move, a bit of a narrative, right? All right, well, it seems like everyone has left the stream anyway. Apart from Dave. Thank you, Dave. But yeah, I'm pretty done trading alts for a while, to be honest. I've been pretty exhausted trading alts, and trading alts has not been doing my Bybit P&L any favors, and I'm sure it's not been doing anyone else favors who follow me in the Discord. So having a bit of a time off from trading alts, and we'll focus on majors, as in basically BTC and stocks, because I've been having fun trading stocks, and I think we can perform there much better than altcoin market at the moment. My setups are not setuping, so on alts just seem to take the wrong shit, unfortunately. My sell signals I short into are the ones that go higher, and ones I don't take often are the ones that, well, I don't esports even trade. Yesterday after it stopped me. Yeah, literally got wicked out, and then it dumped 12%. Wicks me up, Pico top. The machine bomb. Hi, Trees. Yeah, I was just gonna start wrapping up, really. I'm pretty hungry. Just haven't eaten it for quite a few hours because I had my teeth done this morning, so I can finally eat, I think. How long after fillings can You should wait 24 hours before chewing on that side to allow it to harden fully. Steer clear of hard foods, yeah. I will just have some eggs. Nice, all good. My teeth are fine. They're a little bit sensitive now, but... Alright, looks like we're going for this sweep, so... Finally, gonna get the sweep under 8k and... probably get some buy triggers to look for a final spike up if possible. Yeah, it looks like stocks are selling off, like S&P selling off a little bit before market open. So BTC is following. All right, well, to my 5 viewers I have, thank you guys. Soup, 6 shout. I don't think I've got any soup. If you're not in the Discord, you can join up the Discord here. If not, socials here, and see you around. Yeah, we'll I'll finalize some of these agriculture plays, Dave, these fertilizer plays today, and I'll post them in order flows so I have some history. Otherwise I'll just forget about them. I need to post about them. Yeah. And yeah, AMD into 400 looks like a good buy right now. So if we get a little drop into 400 AMD, little I say that, it's 11%, but if we get a drop down there, it's good buy. And yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on a BTC long today. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. I don't think I'll be on Twitch next Wednesday because I'm traveling, so I'll be on my laptop and I can't really stream on Twitch on my laptop, so. Okay, bye-bye.